So if you're gonna look at the corners, let me check. Turn off the snapping mode. So, hold on. I think we need to move this a bit further. That. This part has to be fixed, like it has to be sharp here, like pointy. Let me connect this one first. Or let me delete this part. Let me figure this thing out. A second. Solve edges. Solve edges. Solve edges. Okay, let's bring back the knife tool. Let's connect this one here. This one here. Tool. Like that. This is what I meant. Solve edges. Okay, so we need to connect this part here. Using the knife tool once again. That. But we ended up having a triangle here, but it doesn't matter if you have a triangle inside, because when you're going to export this into other softwares, it will still read even though it's a triangle. If you don't know, if you're working on games, triangulation is important. Like if you want to import meshes in an engine like Unreal Engine, your mesh or your 3D objects will be automatically triangulated. So let me fix this thing first. And let's try adding an edge loop if our edges works correctly. So let's go to edge mode, Control R, and boom. We have created a clean edge. Oops, hold on. I think we have vertices here that aren't connected. So let me fix this thing first. Yep, this one. So we need to merge them. So M by distance. Hold on. No, they're not connected, so it has to be fixed. So vertices. Okay, I think it's fixed. Bring back the edge mode, Control R, and yes, we have created clean edges. So we can now start deleting this. It's just to show you that we have created a clean edge. And we will check our mesh if we have n-gons. If there's no n-gons, then we're good to go. We can now start subdividing this to check our mesh. Okay, looks good. But we have created a triangle here because, and this one, we need to fix this one and this one as well. As you can see here, there's a lot to be fixed. Let's bring back the subdivision. Let's check if we have, oh yeah, we have double. I don't understand why Blender is always doing this to me. Like, it's not connecting, guys. Like I already turned on, but if you're gonna zoom in, it's not connecting. Okay. Oh, this one as well. I think there's a lot. That's why it's important to subdivide your models, because it will show you your mesh that there's vertices that are not connected. Okay, I think everything's fine. But the problem here is that this part is very sharp. So we can fix this by adding what do you call that, bevel. So let's bevel this like that, and yep, it will show you this kind of result, but it can be easily fixed by connecting these like that, and it's fixed, right? Now we can start subdividing once again, and we can still see we have sharp corner here, but I think it doesn't matter because we're going to place it here, which this part was also sharp, so I think it doesn't matter because once we like connecting them here, it will just hide over there, as you can see. So I think it's okay. Oh, by the way, we need to like duplicate the polygon here, but we deleted already. So we will recreate the polygon, then we will also add a hole over here because this part needs to add a hole, or we can just add a hole over here without adding booleans like this. Like I'm gonna delete the face here, so I think it's okay. Let me bring this thing back. Okay, so let me focus on this one first. Next is we're going to fix this one because on this part we have cleaned up our edges, so we need to add an edge loop around the edges or the corners here. So let me bring back the knife tool. Let's add edge like that. Boom. Move that thing, vertex mode. Okay, so let me add booleans. Control 1. Bring this thing back. Okay, so we will add supported edge loops here so that it will stay in form. So let's Control R. Turn off snapping, by the way. I'm gonna add it over there. We're mainly focusing on the edges only. That, so that when we try to subdivide it, it will force the edges to stay in place. Okay, let's try subdividing it. But the catch here is we ended up having this kind of result. So let me fix this thing first. So our solution is to solidify this and later add a bevel, and that's the part where we're going to add subdivision so that it will add support edge loops on your solidify modifier. So I'm going to show you right now how I'm going to do it. So let me add a modifier, solidify right here. Let me add thickness. Let me show my reference here. Okay, I think 0.20 is enough. And let's apply our solidify. Oh, we need to apply our solidify first. Then we're going to add bevel on this part. Each corners like this. Control B. And we have created that one. Don't worry if we have created triangulation. Then let's try adding subdivision. Okay. I think we have created but this isn't final yet. So let me try adding more subdivision. Let's turn this to 5. Okay, this one's way more cleaner. But the problem here is that we need to add support edge loops on the other parts. So let me bring back to subdivision 0. We need to add subdivision in this part. So let's Control R. Control R here as well. Control R. We're adding subdivision around here as well. Control R. Let me try adding subdivision to 3. And boom. This is way more cleaner. So let me add it only 2 subdivision. Let's try adding smooth. And this one looks good. If you're gonna paint this, these edges are not even visible. Like it's still covered with wings. So it doesn't matter if you create it clean or not, as long as you have correct forms. Okay. So let me do the same thing in this part. We're going to add solidify modifier for this one. Oh, before that we need to check out the subdivision like that. Okay. Anyways, let's add solidify. And we're just gonna do the same thing, 0.20, and hit apply. Oops, object mode and apply. Then let's do the same thing, but we already added on this part. So let's click this part, only the edges. Let's Control B, like that. Let's hit Control 1. Okay. We need to add support edge loops. Also, we need to add edge loop inside the circles. Let's straight flat on this part. So let's add 2 edge loops right there. Also on this part. I'm gonna do the same thing here. Okay, start adding 2 subdivision. This one as well. Control 1, 2. To add edge loops inside, support edge loops like that. It's not clean, but if it works, it's okay. Let me check. Control 1. Let's add 2. Okay. I think this is okay. Let's add smooth. You can see here. Forgot to add edge loops on this part. Okay. I think we have created a cleaner mesh. Like compared to the booleans, it's not acceptable. Because once we apply the subdivision here, and apply the boolean, we still achieve good results, but our problem here is that if we're going to present it, our topology is kind of like it's not showing any edge flows. Okay, so let me fix this thing first. We need to follow the placements. like aligning them here, because as you can see they're not placed correctly. So let me rotate this over here like that. We can just use this axis tool. Fix this thing first. It's not showing. Let's hide this. Where's that? Okay. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing for this one. Well, we can start adjusting this. This is the height. Placements. Okay. I think we need to fix this part. I mean the solidify. We forgot to apply the subdivision for this one. And also add a we will apply the solidify modifier here first. Then I'm going to add bevel in this part to give it a support edge, which will be just a little bit like that. Now we can start adding subdivision. Let's say I'm gonna make it 2. That. Let's say I'm gonna add smooth. Okay. We need to add support edge loops in the middle. Let's add one first here. I wonder if it also adds in the other part. No, it's not. So let's add. As you can see here, we have stretched mesh here, so we have some issues. So let me remove that first. I wonder what is it. I think this is the one that causes issues. It's this one. They're not connected. So what we're going to do is to undo everything first. Hold on. This is how I work on my 3D model, guys. Like, I also running issues. because I'm not that really high-end 3D artist that works on a very big studio, you know. Everything has to be fast-paced or what. So what I'm basically doing right now is solving problems like a freelancer, you know. Yeah, we have end guns. We need to fix that by connecting them. One or this one. Let's connect them like that. Connect them like that. Because we beveled our mesh, so we need to connect these. I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. Okay. Now we can add support edge loops. Oops, turn off the snapping. Like that. And let's bring this thing back right here. Okay. Next is we're going to apply our subdivision here. Let's add one subdivision first and hit apply. Oh, we forgot to add an edge loop inside. Over here. Control R. In the holes, we need to add 2 edge loops. And inside, outside as well. Okay, so let's hit apply, and boom, this is our mesh. Well, it's not that clean, but I think it's kinda enough for a presentation of showing the polygons. Like, let's say I'm gonna show the polygon here. At least our viewer can see that our mesh or the hole was created also together with a mesh. Like, compared to booleans, you will see that there's a hole and there's no edge flow around. So, you know, the entertainment industry is quite competitive, so you need to practice on your topology. So what I'm showing you here is the techniques on how to like use booleans to create a mesh, like connecting them all together. But you can improve that and you can achieve cleaner results compared to this one, but it will take you a lot of time to like think. For me, in this case, if I have so much time, like a full day to create this tutorial, well, I will like clean this thing up. I will get a paper and connect the polygons or what. But basically, this is enough for a presentation only. So anyways, we can start applying this one also. The subdivision, Boom. I think we added too much subdivision. We only need one. And this one as well, we only need one. And hit apply. For this one as well, hit apply. Okay. Let's bring this thing back. Because once we are adding smooth, it's not even visible, right? And once you are texturing it, it's not even visible. As long as you're gonna like turn on wireframe mode and just show off your topology. Okay, so next is we're going to duplicate this. So Shift D, Control M, hold your middle mouse button and drag it to the left like that. And now it's mirrored, and we can now start moving this one. Same thing, Shift D, Control M, move it right there. And we can now start rotating this. Make sure that it's aligned. So this part is not connecting, so we can just fix this. Only this part. Okay. It doesn't have to be perfect, you know. Need to select the upper part only. And we start moving them. That. Control S to save. Okay. So let's say, I think we need to add another subdivision for this one. Control 1. And let's hit apply. Okay. Shift C. Now here's our model. It's kind of clean. No, it's not clean, but it works, right? Okay. Our next task is to start creating the fourth layer over here. Hold on, I'm going to select this part first. So this is our fourth layer. Let me check if we also created a clean mesh. So let's say I'm going to turn off the subdivision. Okay, so we created a clean base mesh. So what we're going to do is just create this as a high poly by reusing this, and also use the Boolean modifier because we had the hole here or over here. So we're going to do the same method, cleaning up, and same technique. So since our technique and method is repetitive, I'm just gonna do the time lapse for this one, like using booleans, then just connecting the holes, something like that. Okay, so I'm gonna create a time lapse,